Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. It's safe to make this prediction. This fight will happen. If not the next fight, it will happen at some point within the next year or two. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling for the UFC Bantamweight Championship of the World. I'm excited for this fight. I really am. You know, Sean O'Malley really stepped up his game and fought his tail off when he fought Petr Yan. People say it's controversial. I think it's great experience. He proved he can go the distance. He proved he's willing to strike with anybody, regardless of what tier, level, fighter they are, or anything like that, because clearly Petr Yan is the cream of the crop when it comes to fighting at bantamweight. I'm not looking at his losing skid. I'm looking at overall skill set, what he brings to the table. So if you're willing to fight a guy like him and go the distance with him when you need to, and you can stand and bang with him, I got nothing but mad respect for you. Aljamain Sterling, man, baby, he can do it all. He's such a good fighter. He's good grappling. He's good at using his range. He's really technical. He's a smart fighter. He doesn't really put himself in harm's way too much if he doesn't need to. And his win over Henry Cejudo really solidified, hey, he can grapple with the best and wrestle with the best, and he can strike with the best, because Cejudo's not just an elite level wrestler. He can knock you out too with some punches. You can ask Dillashaw and Dominic Cruz that, you know. But Sterling is on his way to being the greatest bantamweight of all time. I'll tell you what, man, if he dominates Sugar Sean O'Malley, he'll be a step closer to that. Which brings me to my prediction. And I like Sean O'Malley, man. I said he was gonna he was gonna be UFC champion one day, and I still do think that. However, I don't think he's beating Aljamain. It's a nightmare matchup for him. Stylistically, this is not a good matchup for him, because O'Malley has been tested with stand-up. We haven't really seen his grappling and his wrestling. Aljamain has shown that in every fight he's had. So unless Sugar Sean O'Malley knocks out Aljamain within 5 rounds with a big punch or a big kick or sets it up with something fancy, here's the thing. Sterling has more ways to win this fight than O'Malley does, realistically. As I do think Aljamain, I don't think he's better standing up necessarily than O'Malley, but he's technical. He's got really good range. He's good at not getting hit as much as he could. He's good at figuring out his opponents and pacing himself, so that will give O'Malley problems enough. I think Sean O'Malley is going to swing a lot early and miss. He's not going to be too patient. He knows that Sterling's better as far as an overall skill set. He's going to want to put him out within the first 2 rounds. I think he's going to, again, swing a lot and miss and tire himself out. Aljamain will be patient in the first round and let him swing a lot. I think Aljamain will throw some leg kicks, keep his distance, use his range. Second round, I think Sean O'Malley's going to get close and close the distance, but I think Sterling's going to be more aggressive. He's going to push the pace more. He's going to tie up O'Malley with a clinch and start kneeing him in the thighs and the leg area to where he neutralizes the kicking ability of O'Malley. He'll throw some uppercuts and do some damage. Not a lot of damage, but enough to slow down O'Malley. He'll probably put O'Malley against the cage and lean on him and make him carry his weight and just make him fight. By round 3, you'll see O'Malley get real flustered and really frustrated because he can't do as much as he'd like with a guy like Sterling. You'll see Sterling, possibly within the first 2 rounds, he'll take down O'Malley. I think you'll see more wrestling and takedowns late second, early third when he's filled out O'Malley on the feet and says, okay, I can do this, I can do that. He'll take him down. I think he'll submit him within 3 rounds. That's just my opinion. I don't see him getting a decision over O'Malley because I think he can win this fight more ways than O'Malley can. I think his grappling will be too much. Plus the striking, he's a pretty good striker too. Thing is, he's strong, smart. He's a great grappler. He can submit people. He's shown that in the past. He's just very resourceful. I just think he has more ways to win this fight than O'Malley. While it's very possible O'Malley can get a knockout, I have to put my money on Aljamain Sterling by 3rd round submission. I think they'll scramble on the floor. I think he'll be landing some shots with the ground and pound, and I think O'Malley's going to give up his neck or give up his back by trying to evade getting hit in the face, and I think he'll give up his back, and then Aljamain will take advantage of a hook and a rear naked choke and then finish it within 3 rounds. That's just my opinion. He could get a decision over O'Malley, but I think O'Malley's still pretty raw in MMA. He hasn't fought the best guys, and not the best guys, but the best guys in terms of skill sets. They're usually strikers. That's who he goes after. So he's going to have a lot to learn in this fight. He's going to have his hands full. I think he gets outclassed. 3rd round submission victory for Aljamain.